All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to another 5K tennis discussion. And as we all see, Carla is back in her chair.
I am.
Really excited about this. Really excited about this. Glad to have you back, Carla.
Thank you.
If you missed the brief show earlier today, her chair was empty, and it was really tough to struggle through that. But nonetheless, welcome back, Carla.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
It's good to be back.
All right, so if you missed the brief show earlier today, Carla had been sick. I tried to do a show by myself last night. Didn't work too well. I just couldn't feel the energy. Couldn't quite do it. I tried it this morning, so I did my best, and it just wasn't the same without you. So anyway, much love. Glad you're here.
Thanks.
All right. Big news, by the way. This is breaking news, big time news. Due to popular demand, Carla and I have bought ourselves a microphone. Nothing fancy, something economical, but we've heard from good, honest feedback that we should get a microphone. So we have done so. So and maybe 5 or 6 days, our learning curve of learning how to use a microphone for the first time will begin.
Yes.
You ready for the instruction booklet?
I'm sure it'll be easy. It can't be that hard.
Let's go with the instruction booklet. Hope it's just one of those things you plug in and it just works. Because I tend to get lost in the instruction booklets.
I personally don't like reading too much instructions. I'd rather see how it's done and then just do it.
Plug and play, baby.
Yeah.
Plug and play.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's plug it in and play this game.
All right.
Ready?
A lot of exciting matches today. Even though we didn't really have top-ranked players play today, but we've had the lower-ranked players and some interesting matches. Venus Williams playing today. We hadn't seen her in a while. We had 2 people that pulled out on the men's side.
I think one of them just pulled out.
Well, we have Grigor Dimitrov, who pulled out.
With a shoulder injury.
Who messed up our draw. And
Carreno Busta?
Carreno Busta. Pablo Carreno Busta from Spain pulled out. In his stead, we'll have Andrei Rublev from Russia playing, for him. So he'll be automatically in the second round. And Berankis was the one that was put in place of Dimitrov's withdrawal.
We're going to get into that Berankis lucky loser. That's not my terminology. That's what it's called. So he was granted a really awesome,
that's great,
lucky loser spot. Berankis has a junior major championship under his belt in 2007. I actually watched him in person beat Jerzy Janowicz for the junior U.S. Open title in New York. So good for him, and we'll get into that.
Disappointing for Dimitrov. Here we go again. I mean, I don't know why I keep giving this guy a chance, really. My son keeps telling me, why do you keep picking him? I don't know why.
I have my Lucky Federer hat on, by the way. I've had this hat for a very long time, so if anybody's asking me why I'm wearing a ball cap inside, which I wear a wide brim hat because of the sun on the court anyway, so this hat has kind of been along for a very long ride on the Federer roller coaster. So I have my good luck hat on tonight because, again, if you missed our men's draw recap show, and I will put a link above to that show. And, again, if you're not seeing these links I'm talking about, you're probably not directly on YouTube watching this, and it may not come up on whichever link that you're watching the video through.
And please log out of that and actually log into the YouTube link because
and subscribe.
It gives us credit. Looking at it that way does not give us credit for that, for that video.
Yeah, definitely subscribe to the channel, by the way, too. We get a lot of viewers and not really that many subscribers. And again, maybe it's us and maybe not, but maybe it's just that we don't talk about it. So do that. That would be great, but we're going to move. Also,
before we move on, I want to say hi, Barbara and Bear. Thank you for the pictures, which I'll be showing in a few minutes. They take lessons from us. They live here in Dauphin Island, and they're at the Indian Wells right now.
Actually, we'll go ahead and do a What's Up Barbara Wharton and Bear Wharton shout out who are students of ours and like she said are in Indian Wells and have sent us pictures today. So go ahead, show them the pictures and tell us who we're looking at.
Okay.
All right, here we go. This hot off the press. Not social media-fied. This is just a personal picture message.
Well, here we have Kvitova. She's at the practice court.
Love that.
Belinda Bencic at the practice court. All of these pictures are going to be there. They're all practicing.
And watch out for Bencic. She could win.
Here's Stan the Man.
Wawrinka.
Probably a little blurry to see. Yeah.
I saw some Muguruza in there.
Kyle Edmund. Probably can't see it too well. There it is. That's a lot better. Here we have Muguruza. She's playing doubles with Carla Suarez Navarro.
Gotta love her one-handed backhand.
Here she is. Denis Shapovalov.
That's your boy.
Yep. Your favorite guy, Nick Kyrgios.
Yeah, Kyrgios.
In a jersey, Kyrgios.
We had some
Kyrgios.
We had some grammatical corrections from a couple of you. Kyrgios.
Hitting a backhand. Simona Halep. Let's see what she does. Here's Nick Kyrgios again.
Kyrgios.
I'm trying to get used to that. And Nishikori. That's the last picture. And I'm sure she's going to send me a whole bunch more.
That's great stuff. Thank you for thinking about us out there in lovely California. And hopefully you have safe travels, and hopefully we see some more pictures upcoming.
Yes.
All right? So you ready to roll?
Yes.
All right, so let's get right into the thick of things. Again, I'll put some links above to our complete draw predictions and breakdown shows that we did. The first one I'll put up, the men's ATP draw breakdowns and predictions, so you can see how good or bad that Carla and I are doing. And also I'll put another link above for the women's draw breakdown and prediction show now as well. And then I'll put a third link above from the brief show. Don't even worry about watching it because I was solo and it wasn't the same energy. But this morning, in case you missed earlier today's brief solo shot without Carla. All right, let's roll.
All right.
Let's jump into the draws. Let's go.
All right, well, let's start out with the women's. Earlier today, we had Saizai Zhang from China and Christina Mladenovic from France win 7-5, 6-2. So she will be facing Naomi Osaka from Japan. This is a rematch from the Dubai, where Mladenovic actually won.
That's going to be a good match.
Yeah.
Mladenovic is
he says Mladenovic.
I think...
But I heard him say Mladenovic today is what I heard him say. But
we've competed with this pronunciation before.
Mladenovic is what I heard today.
I'm sure Arvis or someone such as Arvis will respond appropriately and tell us how to pronounce that correctly. That's a good match, though. I look forward to seeing this match. It should be a good second round match. Let's see how Osaka does with her new entire kind of vibe that she's kind of undertaken.
Right. They say she looks happy. They show a few clips of her at the practice course. She was laughing and smiling, but then again, she might have known the camera was on her, so who knows? Yeah, exactly. I look forward to that match. There's a match that has not completed yet at this point, and that is Flipkins against Eugenie Bouchard. And the winner of that match is awaiting Collins. Danielle Collins from the USA. Yeah. They have not started yet. They haven't started yet. No. I think whoever wins that match between Bouchard and Flipkins, though, I think will actually beat Collins and move into the third round. That's my prediction. All right, next match is Alison Van Uytvanck from Belarus. Played against Alison Riss from the USA. Van Uytvanck won that match in 2 sets. Two things about that match. Two things about that match. Yeah, one very important one. All right, so usually we do a health tip of the day, right? Yes. So generally we do a health tip of the day at the end of the show. We're going to throw this in there at the early, middle, beginning part of the show. Protect yourself from the sun. Van Uytvanck was out there on the tennis court. Again, she's really fair-skinned, light complexion, and has reddish color, a beautiful reddish colored hair, respectively. But, man, it just looked like she was getting just beaten. She looked like a fried egg. So I hope that, again, that we all understand that the sun absolutely will beat us down. And I just hope that maybe the young lady was wearing sunscreen. I don't think she was. She looked like she was pretty burnt. There was a few players out there that looked pretty red today. Yeah, be careful with the sun. It's really a no joke type thing. Well, she'll face Belinda Bencic, which we saw earlier in the picture. So that's going to be a tough match. I think Belinda Bencic will go through that. There, yeah. Next match, well, we have still Carolina Wozniacki waiting. No, she actually Ekaterina Alexandrova from Russia actually defeated Rebecca Peterson from Sweden. So she'll be facing Caroline Wozniacki.
Yeah, this girl,
from Denmark.
This girl, Alexandrova, has an opportunity to face a defensive player in Wozniacki. If she can blow her off the court and hit some heavy balls, she might have a chance, right?
I think so. I mean, I think Wozniacki's game is pretty much done. That Hingis game does not work in today's game. The girls are hitting big balls. These 17-year-old, 18-year-olds, the Russian players, the foreigner players, they're hitting the ball hard.
Yeah, so next matchup is we have Savitsova, who is now going to face Bringle, the U.S. player, the wild card, that won today.
And I told you that I watched Samantha Stosur from Australia play, and I asked myself, okay, this lady's in shape, yes. Why does she continue playing? It doesn't seem like she has a heart to play single. Maybe doubles, she has a lot of fun, but singles? I mean, she played against an American player who, I hate to say, was a bit out of shape and not the best game that I've seen, you know, from the usual American players. I don't know. I think she could have lost to anybody.
I agree.
I'm saying.
All right, so there's still a couple of matches, again, that haven't been completed. As we move through the middle of the section, just for time reasons, we'll do those tomorrow.
Yes.
And then we'll go ahead and skip to the matches that have completed and what they're setting up. So the next completed match, Venus Williams came out.
Well, you missed one. We had we had Mikasa
Masaki
Doi.
Yeah.
Yes, play from the she's from Japan. Played against Ons Jabeur from Tunisia, and Misaki Doi actually won 3-3.
And she won that. And I think Nishioka, just a moment ago, took out Dennis Kudla from the U.S. So we have two Japanese players moving through. I wonder how Nishikori will do. So we got Canadian tennis up and going, and we've got Japanese tennis up and going.
Yes, yes.
Great job here. All right. Anyway, so back to where sorry, I jumped ahead of myself. Venus Williams and Andrea Petkovic. I actually thought Petkovic would win this match. Venus won the first set. Petkovic dealt
6-4,
and then Petkovic dealt her a bagel, right?
But you know what? Venus Williams came out looking really, really slow. Like, you could almost tell that something was wrong with her, that she was sick. The way she was walking onto the court between points, I almost thought she would retire from this match. They even had a trainer come out and take her blood pressure. The doctor came out, and she continued to play. Petkovic honestly did not take advantage of the fact that her opponent was down and slow and serving at 83 to 86 miles per hour. She should have blasted that serve right away and made Venus pay the price and run, and she did not. Instead, she kept complaining and had to call her coach several times, which I said, geez, how are you ever going to beat her? I mean, she's beaten her before, but how are you ever going to get a higher ranking if you can't take advantage of somebody's weakness?
Petkovic has been around a long time, and I've been a fan for Petkovic for a very long time, still am. It was kind of an odd match, kind of on both sides of the court. You know, the first match, you were kind of worried if everything was okay health-wise with Venus. Well, I mean, realistically so. She just looked off. She looked sluggish.
I feel the pain because that's how I felt the last few days.
I mean, because and you can't. It wasn't a tactic because she called for the doctor when she was up 5-4 in the first set. So you could tell, you know, it wasn't a ploy for time because she was up. So you felt like there was something wrong there. And then to come out, win that set, but then to lose the second set with the bagel, and then to fight out the third set, I thought was a great job for Venus to dig deep.
Yes.
I thought Petkovic should have won the match before it started. But it was nice to see Venus pull through.
If she was playing Petra Kvitova like she is in the next round, she would have been in big trouble.
She would have been hurt early.
Yes.
All right, so the next match that completed today, Bartel beat a qualifier.
Mona Bartel from Germany, yes.
Yeah.
Beat a qualifier in 3 sets.
And she'll face Madison Keys next.
Yes, she will.
I hope Madison Keys has an easy time with Bartel. She's going to need it. She needs a confidence booster in this tournament, does Madison Keys. So I think she should be able to get it here, right?
She should. Next match was Johanna Larsson from Sweden and Kai Kanepi from Estonia. Kanepi won that match in 2 sets, 6-2, 6-2.
Watch out for Kanepi. She can go deep in this tournament.
And we
talked about it.
Julia Gorgas, a tough opponent.
That's a tough opponent. I think Kanepi has a real shot to win this match. Betting man, I wouldn't touch it. Gorgas is a solid player, but Kanepi could win this and could win it big.
Yes, she could. Next match, we had Nick Kyrgios, ex-girlfriend, Ajla Tomljanovic from Australia.
Tomljanovic. Yeah.
Tomljanovic, and she won her match 7-5, 6-3 against Alice Cornet from France.
Good job.
That was a good match for her.
Good job for her, for sure.
Yes.
Quality opponent. All right, so the last completed match we had Putin-Seva that took out Timea Babos, the Hungarian girl. So Putin-Seva from Kazakhstan is moving through to the second round as well, and will face
Kerber.
Angelique Kerber.
Well, we also had two qualifiers before that. Natalie Viklasova moves on. She faced another Priscilla Hall. She faced another qualifier, and she'll face Carla Suarez Navarro.
And that's another Australian girl.
Yes.
So you have Viklasova and Tom Blondjanovic.
I'm sorry, these names are long, and these were two qualifiers that played against each other. So we had to look them up because they weren't even on the draw.
There you go.
And that's it for women's because
great research coming off
there's still a lot of good matches, and I'm watching some of the scores right now. A lot of good matches playing right now, and they're not finished, so we can't complete this draw.
All right, well, headline news from the men's side. Grigor Dimitrov is out with a shoulder injury. Just so we know, I had Dimitrov going all the way to...
the quarters, I think.
How far did I have him? I had him going...
to the quarters. I had him going to the quarters, which many of you, the viewers, laughed at us.
Yeah, I had him going to the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
All right, I'm out on Dimitrov. I put enough time and energy on Dimitrov. I'm going to move forward on from the Dimitrov train.
Yes. Well, let's start with the men. Philip Kohlschreiber from Germany defeated Pierre Hughes Herbert from France, one of my favorite doubles players, 6-4, 6-0.
Yeah, Herbert is a solid player, by the way. He's number one in the world in doubles with Nicolas Mahut, right?
Yes, and well, it'll be a Philip Kohlschreiber and Nick Kyrgios match. I have to keep reminding myself the G is silent. Thank you, Arvis.
How about the bagel that Kohlschreiber dealt Herbert 6-0 in the second? I mean, that's pretty stiff. I mean,
too bad they didn't show this match on regular Tennis Channel. I guess you had to have the Tennis Channel Plus to see it, so we weren't able to see this.
Either way, A+ to Kohlschreiber for ripping off the bagel against Herbert, who's a fine tennis player in his own right.
Definitely.
Jeez.
Well, next match we had, it was Albert Ramos Vignolas, who defeated Damir Zumur in 2 sets, 6-1, 6-2.
And that was an impressive victory in terms of decisiveness.
Yes.
Zumur is a good player.
Yes.
So
he will face off Marco Cecchinato from Italy.
Yeah, this is really important for Gael Monfils at this point to understand how open his draw is to go deep into this tournament. I think Monfils you had going deep. Monfils is tucked into this section. We won't talk about it tonight because he hasn't played yet. We talked about him yesterday. But Monfils has a really fair section in here with Cecchinato and Vignolas being a potential third-round match.
Or Apelka Mayer would be the next person that he faces.
Yeah, I mean, and then ultimately you have Kyrgios and Djokovic up in this neck of the woods, so, you know, it may not end up very well, but getting to either Kyrgios or Djokovic will feel a whole lot easier on the body. Kyrgios.
Like Cheerios.
So Djokovic, again, Djokovic it will end up facing the winner between Kyrgios and Kohlschreiber. And that'll be a good match. I'm sure that whoever wins that match, I think we both elected on Kyrgios against common sense, but we did so. Don't hate us, but we just...
Well, you know what? I know that it's a safe bet. I read so many viewers' comments, and I appreciate it. There's a lot of good comments out there, but
there's
everyone always picks Djokovic. They always go Federer. They always go Nadal. I mean, the guy hasn't played a match since the Australian Open. He took a break, a well-deserved break with his family. I mean, yeah, maybe he's trying to break the record because he's tied with Federer, 5-5. They both have 5 Indian Wells each, right? So if he won this one, he would have one ahead of Federer. Maybe so.
I think obviously Djokovic will win. I
don't think so.
I think we both picked Kyrgios on this tournament just to go against the grain. And took a leap of faith, I guess.
I think he'll have a tougher time against him.
But favorable section for Monfils there.
We also had Ivo Karlovic from Croatia who defeated Matthew Edson from Australia. And guess what the score was?
The 40-year-old.
Guess what the score was?
7-6, 6-7, 7-6.
7-6, 7-6.
Oh. So look, much props to the 40-year-old Ivo Karlovic. Big Ivo Karlovic. Big man. He's been around for a long time, playing the game at 40. Much love, respectively. I'm 41, and sometimes it's hard for me to go wide open 2 days in a row, much less playing an ATP 1000, right?
And here's a match that you didn't have down that just finished. I just looked at it.
Borna Coric plays Karlovic next, by the way.
Yes. Jordan Thompson from Australia defeated Federico Del Bonis from Argentina.
Oh,
that
he
match
won?
was finished in 3 sets.
Who won that?
Jordan Thompson from Australia.
Good job.
That was a 3-setter. And he will be facing Dominic Thiem. By the way, did anybody watch the... We got to watch Nadal, Dominic Thiem. We got to watch Monfils.
Play the 10 points.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. It was exciting for the crowd. I think it was Raonic who won.
Yeah,
Raonic.
Yeah, right before Indian Wells started. Actually, it was like an intro, like free night at Indian Wells.
Yes.
All the top players, or at least I guess a scattering thereof.
Got Fritz.
Yeah, and
Taylor Fritz.
Where they play the first to 10 points.
Tiebreakers, yes.
Again, I hope it's not a taste to come of things to come, kind of like shortening the tiebreaker. Now they're going to shorten the matches to 10 points. Hopefully it was just a fun thing, but hopefully it's not like a tease ahead like they would do if there was like an alien invasion. You know, start putting things at the movie theaters to kind of tease us. So hopefully this isn't the tease for shorter sets within the game of tennis, but nonetheless, it was fun.
It was to a charity, and then Raonic did raise a lot of money for it, so that's a good thing. It's going into a good cause. I think it's a good thing.
And good job for whoever set that up, because that was a good time. Tournament organizers, I've not seen that before. No. Check that out, the 10-point little tournament.
That was a good
time.
Well, Martin Klisan from Slovakia defeated Misha Zverev from Germany. Pretty handily, beat him.
We watched some of that match.
1-4, he kind of twisted his ankle a bit.
Yeah, he didn't just twist it. He really snookered it.
Yeah, he hurt it, and he was up in the second set. So it was pretty scary, and you could tell that he was about to cry if he couldn't continue playing.
Well, I would think for a second there that his mentality was shaken. Klisan, that is, because he really twisted his ankle bad, and I know how that feels. Done it at least a handful of times.
I'm glad he won, because I didn't want to watch both Zverev brothers play. So he will face now Alexander Zverev. Am I saying it right, Arvis?
Zverev. Zverev. I think the parents would have loved to see...
We've seen them play before.
The brothers play before.
We've seen them play before.
Again, I would have liked to see it, I guess, but about the same amount of excitement in watching Venus and Serena play. No disrespect, 'cause I love both of them too. But sometimes when you watch the siblings, it just doesn't have as much pizzazz behind it, I guess you could say, unless it's like your own son and daughter or something. So I understand that the parents would like to see that, but I am glad to see Klisan moving through. However, I've puckered up my ankle like that numerous times, and usually that ankle is no good for about 2 or 3 weeks after that. So maybe I wish that Misha Zverev would have won this match simply to make Klisan's match, that may not be that exciting because of his ankle, you know what I'm saying?
Hopefully he doesn't withdraw.
Hopefully there's not a withdrawal when we could have at least seen something, but I think that Klisan's ankle is probably going to be pretty sore for a while.
We talked about Grigor Dimitrov pulling out of the tournament due to shoulder injury, and Berankis is now filling in for him. What an opportunity, because he'll face Jan-Lennard Struff or John Millman. So good opportunity for this young man.
Yeah, this is a great opportunity. You took the words right out of my mouth.
And it opens up the door for Alexander Zverev as well.
So yeah, because Berankis, again, who won a U.S. Open junior title in 2007, correct me if I'm wrong, will have the opportunity to play the likes of Millman or Struff, and then potentially Zverev, who's, I mean, come on, he's not really that great. He's just not. So, and yeah, I'm talking about the younger Zverev. He's just not that great. You disagree? He's just not that great. He's just not that great. So Berankis can slide in there with equally as much experience and potentially jump into a fourth round. I think it'll be Zverev that gets in there, but Berankis has a
great opportunity for any of those guys.
He has a prime chance.
For any of those guys. Next match that we watched, and I was kind of bummed out he lost, but good for this American kid, Jeremy Chardy. The veteran from France lost to Marcos
Jerome
from the USA. UCLA player.
UCLA. He went college.
25 years old.
University of California, Los Angeles. California player, came through qualifier, if I remember correctly.
Qualifier, yes. So good for him.
And took out a solid player in Chardy. Let's see how he does, but he's got to play Di Manor from
Alex
Australia.
Di Manor, yes.
Tough match.
Sam Querrey, we also watched this match. Sam Querrey from the USA defeated Matteo Berrettini from Italy. This guy is 6'5", by the way.
Querrey's
another tall guy.
Querrey's what? 6'5", 6'6"? No, I think Querrey's at 6'4", 6'5", 6'6".
Well, these were two giants, but I told Justin, I said, it must be an Italian thing. I said, but these guys, they're well-groomed. Their eyebrows are nice. The sideburns are nice. Everything looked nice and clean.
No.
Like Fognini.
Well, okay, yeah, but there's actually a trait that is called the Fabio Fagnini-itis. And this is something that is quite frequent in the game of tennis. In Italy.
But this guy, I've never seen a guy with his face so smooth. His eyebrows were better than mine, better than most girls. And I mean, even the sideburns were like perfect.
She's talking about her eyebrows are better than mine. Like, you got like bomb eyebrows.
I don't do anything. I'm talking about this guy's eyebrows were like, you know, like you go to a parlor, they were like really well trimmed.
So he had pristine eyebrows.
Like pristine, like Fognini.
Yeah. But again, there's actually an entry in the Journal of American Tennis Medicine, the JATM book. You haven't seen that?
No.
It's called Fognini-itis. So if you have Fognini-itis, your headband is perfect, your beard is perfect, your eyebrows are perfect, everything's perfect. You perfectly match top to bottom. And I think they even added quite a group of other characteristics that qualify for this type deal.
I don't know,
but the origin of the word is Italian.
Well, good for Sam Querrey because he and his coach split up, so he's with a new coach, and he's, you know, his ranking is pretty low, so this is going to help him out.
Next up, he'll have Milos Raonic, by the way. This is where we differed on our picks. I picked Querrey to beat the big serving contest, or to win the big serving contest that's about to happen in that match. But she picked Raonic, if I remember correctly.
Yes, I did. Another exciting match was one of the first matches we got to see was Felix Auger-Aliassime from Canada face Cameron Norrie from Great Britain. Great Britain.
Yeah, Great Britain.
And he took it in 2 sets pretty easily. I mean, it was like 6-4, 6-2, something like that. I didn't write the score down, but this kid, when I watch him, he reminds me a bit of Arthur Ashe.
Well, Arthur Ashe, but
he's classic,
but not even.
It's his classic look. He has this classic. I mean, it doesn't even look like he's 18. The way he acts in the court, his shots, the way he volleys, he's so smart. The way he plays, he's just a smart guy.
Yeah, we Carla and I started talking about Felix Auger or Auger-Aliassime last year. We like this kid a lot and have since the first time we saw him. His court demeanor, great. His court conduct, great. His strategy, most of the time, spectacular.
Beautiful. The way he comes into net and picks his points out, you know.
It's incredible.
Beautiful footwork.
His footwork is lights out. I don't care for the two-handed backhand, as we all know, on a male player or any player, but especially on a male player. But I'll deal with it for young Felix. He's a top-notch young player. This sets up a blockbuster match. First drum roll blockbuster match in this tournament against the young Tsitsipas. Unfortunately, they had to meet so early because these two, in this section of the draw, one of these two is moving forward. I mean, obviously. So either Tsitsipas or Auger-Aliassime or Auger-Aliassime is going to face either Bautista Agut or Nishioka or Andriossi or Kevin Anderson or Laszlo Giri. Now, Laszlo Giri is no joke. No joke. But I think if Tsitsipas meets any of them, or if Auger-Aliassime meets any of the remaining in that section, I think each of them has a chance to go to the quarterfinals. But watch out for Laszlo Giri in there, the Serbian player. He's a beast, too.
Well, I don't know how he plays in hardcourt. Clay and hardcourt are 2 different things, so we'll see, right? Next match was Yoshihito Nishioka from Japan defeated Denis Kudla from the USA. He was down in this match, and he came back and won it in the 3rd set. So good for this player who's had, I heard, a really tough injury. ACL, broke his ACL, something like that, in Miami. So good for this player.
Nishioka.
Yes.
Yeah, and then you had...
and he'll face Bautista Agut.
Yeah, and then you have also...
we also had
Andriossi.
Yes, Guido Andriossi from Argentina. Yes, defeated Ilya Ivashka from Belarus.
Yeah. So we'll have Laszlo Giri in his first match. He had a bye at the number 30 seed. He'll face this gentleman Andriossi from Argentina. Then if what I'm thinking happens, I think Giri ends up facing Anderson in the 3rd round.
And then just a couple matches to mention right now. Monica Puig just won the first set 6-0 against Rodina.
Good for Monica Puig. About time to do something after that Olympic gold medal.
She has Sloane Stephens' ex-coach, so we'll see.
All right. By the way, I mentioned earlier that Gael Monfils has a real nice section. He does have a really nice section. Watch out for Monfils. in his section of the draw, especially with the Ramos Vinolas win today. I think that makes Monfils a happier camper as well. But again, Kyrgios and Djokovic are looming relatively quickly. Big shout out to Ivo Karlovic, the 40-year-old that will meet Borna Coric respectively in their next match. I think that Borna Coric will win that match, but big shout out to Ivo Karlovic. And another health tip of the day, if someone ever asks me, what's your health tip of the day, I'm just going to say, call Ivo Karlovic, because he's doing something right? New term I heard today. I've never heard this term my entire life. By the way, when I say terms with slang, I may not say them appropriately or whatever, however they come out. But I heard this slang a couple times, maybe in the past month or two. Rippin' groundies. Rippin' groundies. Okay? I've surfed, skied, snowboarded, and done all this stuff from the East Coast to the West Coast, raised in California, and I've heard things like, rip it up, bro, totally awesome, let's go. All this stuff. But I've never heard rippin' groundies, right?
Who said that?
Have you ever heard rippin' groundies?
No, I don't know who said that.
Well, I keep hearing in the tennis world, especially at this tournament, that
maybe because we're in California?
They're out there ripping groundies. So I thought it would kind of be peculiar if someone walked up to me, right before a tennis match and be like, hey man, you ripping your groundies? I bet you like the big Russian player would be like, I will destroy your groundies. Ripping groundies, man. Anyway, so here's the poll question. I'm gonna venture towards the end of the show with poll question. Has any of you ever stated the following term to anyone? So you might have heard it, but have you ever stated it to anyone? Ready? Poll question. Have you ever said to anyone, man, I was ripping groundies?
I'm sure that everyone's going to say no.
Yes or no? If so, hey, I'd love to hear about it. Context, situation, about those ripping groundies. Let's go. All right, so you showed your pictures from Barbara Wharton there. By the way, you mentioned that Carreno Busta was out with a shoulder injury, right?
Right.
I guarantee you Tomas Berdych is happy about that.
Probably. Yeah, that does open up his section.
That opens up Berdich's draw, and Berdych is one of our longtime top 10 players that have never won a major list, right?
Yes.
So we like Berdych a lot. Don't forget about the Tsitsipas, Ashe or Ashe. I don't know.
Well, tomorrow you have Serena versus Azarenka as well. That's a great match to watch.
The screech off and the grunt off. So
I don't think it'll be that bad.
Serena, Azarenka, a.k.a. screech off, grunt off. All right. Tsitsipas, Ashe, Auger-Aliassime, who you got?
Tsitsipas, just because he has more tournaments under his belt, 2 titles, and he's gone further into the Grand Slams. And
tough call.
I think his game's a little bit better. Tough
call. I will take Tsitsipas as well, but again, betting man, I'm out. Anyway, so that's it. And don't forget about in this half of the draw that Kachanov is looming still. Let's see if Kachanov can get back on track.
Let's see.
Thor. All right, that's it. So glad to have you back, Carla. Much love and glad to see you back in your seat. Click like below, subscribe below, share our videos.